Hello students, your instructor here again, John, and dealing with another screencast. This one picking up where we left off with Premiere. So not only have I imported some assets, but I've also dragged them to the timeline. It kind of goes to this way, I can see. And let's say, for example, I don't like, I already play this, all that wind and all that scratchiness of the wheels on the pavement and all that. So I want to get rid of this audio, but maybe use different audio, maybe from my other clip. So what I'm going to do is maybe what I want to have happen is, right, if I go here, it's this guy talking and stuff like that, right? Maybe I want that guy talking to be the next thing after I see this. So I can just take skate 2 and bring it down there. And I'm just going to trim back a little bit. Let's say I don't want all that, maybe about that much. And I'll actually push it over there for now. All right, so first thing I need to get rid of the audio, but I want to keep the video for this asset, the snippet. So what I'm going to do is right click on this and go to Unlink. That'll allow me to move the video and the audio separately. So I'll leave the video where it was, and all I'm really going to do is hit delete and get rid of that audio because I don't want that audio. I don't want the wind and the scratchiness and all that. What I want though is for this guy talking, right? He's just talking to the camera. So right now if I play this, from here, picture, there's that.
Well, it's
and that guy's talking and stuff like that. Maybe what would be cool is I can hear him talking underneath, so to speak, underneath the footage here, but I don't want to see him until after this footage is done. So once again, I can right-click on, right-click on this link and go to Unlink, or I'm sorry, on this footage and go to Unlink. I'm on the guy talking footage right now, and I'm just going to shift. Well, I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to go this way a little bit. So I'm going to change where the video starts. Okay, so it's the same footage, but I'm not going to start it until later. Then I'm going to take both of these things and move them over until they line up with the left edge of this footage. I can zoom in a little bit more. Oops, not that much. So you can see that when I get to here, and I'm going to see this guy, I should hear the guy talking. Right, you could hear it kind of stuttering there. And then I'm going to take this footage, just the video now, and bring it back. So it should be smooth. So when it gets to this point, when the rollerblading footage is done, I go to the guy, his mouth and his audio should all be tied together. So let's see if that's how it is. So I'm going to hit spacebar to play. Watching this.
Well, it's takes.
Okay, so I can actually move it over a little bit more. I can actually see here that move it over a little bit more so it starts with well right away. I'm going to take this back this way, take these both, now slide them over. You can see I just kind of drag selected to get multiple pieces at once. Then move it over, so now I should be able to do it like this. So picture.
Well, it's takes a lot of work.
There we go. So you get the idea how you can start manipulating and moving around the audio and the video. Now, what you want to be careful of, though, once you unlink them, is if you have something like, let's say instead of just trimming off the front end, I just move the whole thing. You're going to see how this is A, going to leave a gap. That's not good. But B, it's going to put the video footage and the audio footage out of sync. So let's watch this and play.
Well, it's takes a lot of work, and it's something,
You can see that his mouth isn't synced now with the audio because we physically moved it instead of just trimming off the left or right edges. So you want to be always careful of that when you do that. Yeah, so that's how you can work with it. If you had, let's say, an MP3 of a song, or you want to record your own music, or just kind of sound effects, like you like the beatbox, or just tapping on the desk, or something like that, some kind of sound that you want. Or let's say you have footage of, video footage of somebody talking or singing. You don't really like the video, but you think that the sound of it is really cool. You can bring that in there, unlink it, and then use just the audio. So this is how you can start to play with audio a little bit. If you have MP3, just import it to the product panel, and then you drag it down here. And again, be able to trim off the left and right sides and stuff like that. So this is how you can get going. It talks about sort of establishing shot for week 3. This really isn't so much an establishing shot. It is kind of like a title graphic. Establishing shot, it could be something like this where it's well, usually be a little bit further away. Kind of just set the scene that we're on the streets in this certain town and blah, blah, blah. So this is how you get started with video editing.